Welcome to the Lifestyle First podcast, discussing lifestyle medicine and making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 question, 2 research reviews, and 3 actionable health tips, all centered around the Lifestyle First method, your blueprint for the 10 key routes of optimal health and happiness. And now your host, lifestyle medicine physician and coach, Dr. Alka Patel.
Hello and welcome to the final episode of season 4 and the final episode of 2020. Today, I just want to pause and reflect with you, share a few snippets of my year, invite you to share yours too. What I'd like you to think about today is your DNA. Now, you know what your DNA is. It's the nucleus of your life. It's your genetics. And yes, your genetics are predetermined. But your epigenetics are tags that you attach to your DNA that turn on and off the expression of your genes. And this is all within your control. You switch on and switch off your DNA through your lifestyle, how you move, eat, sleep, feel, react, all the things that we've been talking about in this podcast. But your DNA is also a skill set. It's your set of skills to help you D for discover, N for notice, and A for activate. Discover, notice, and activate who you are, what you want, and where you are going, so that you can be the exact person you want to be, live the exact life you want to live. Discover is about getting curious about yourself and tuning into your values, what matters to you, the qualities you want to show up in the way you live your life. Discovering your values and using them to guide and motivate and inspire what you do. Notice is about strengthening your awareness of yourself and others, noticing your inner world and your outer world, your thoughts, feelings, sensations, memories, images, actions, and reactions. Noticing how your internal state impacts on your external presence. Activate is about taking purposeful action with intention in the present moment to live a values-driven life. And that's exactly what I've done this year, tuned in to my DNA. So what did I discover? I discovered that what I value most is being helpful. Now, this might sound very obvious coming from a doctor. The most common answer from medical students when asked, why do you want to become a doctor, is, I want to help people. But it comes from the heart and it comes with meaning, not helping people with pills and potions, but helping others discover themselves, helping others discover how their day-to-day thoughts and actions are the real key to unlocking real health. Now this year, I completed my 365-day Lifestyle First journey, a journey of discovery, a journey where I discovered the value of my lifestyle for myself and how my day-to-day living was the actual map of my life. 365 days of taking time to do what matters. And I held myself accountable with a daily social media post, which you're very welcome to follow through my social media links at Dr. Alka Patel UK. Now, what I discovered in these 365 days is that life happens now. And how, by living with intention in the moment, can give so much fulfillment. I would really urge you all to undertake a 365-day journey of discovery. I discovered the joy of sleep. So tapping out on that computer into the early hours is now a long distant memory. I discovered the power of breath for calm and relaxation. I discovered self-awareness and intuition. I discovered networking and the comfort of enveloping myself around people who care. I discovered the importance of pause and how to untap from the incessant busyness of life. And I discovered that I love dogs. That I would never have known had I not let myself be open to discovering. What did I notice? I noticed that I'm at my best when surrounded by my children. This year, 2 of my boys went off to uni, leaving at home my daughter, 2 puppies and a husband. And in the latter half of this year, I so missed the nucleus of our family being whole. I noticed how uplifting the chatter of those that I love is. Now, I loved lockdown. I won't deny that because it gave me a chance to enjoy my family and my home. But I also noticed that I enjoy solitude, being present with just myself, being curious about myself. I noticed that I am at my peak of productivity first thing in the morning. I noticed that my morning routine is the most important part of my day. It really sets the tone for everything else in the day. I noticed that ideas came to me when I was trying the least, when I was doing nothing. But I also noticed that inspiration can come from anywhere if I let it in. I noticed that doing new things is super scary, but super stimulating. I noticed that my shift to plant-based eating made me feel nourished. And I noticed my connection with exercise has a bit of an ebb and a flow, a peak and a trough. I noticed that gratitude is grounding. And I noticed how much I love listening. I listen to a lot of patient stories, often without interruption and always with curiosity. And what did I activate? Well, I activated this podcast, a big jump into the zone of discomfort. This time last year, when I fixed this idea into my head that I was just going to launch a podcast, and several thousand downloads later, here I am. And this has taught me to just go with it. Trust my instinct that imperfections are the perfections. Genuinely, I know it's hard stepping into the unknown with that rush of self-doubt, but really just go with it. Every opportunity is an opportunity to learn and grow. And another place for me to grow this year has been through the press. I activated my presence in the press with a whole array of appearances, radio, online, magazines, and I am loving it as another way to live out my values, to get out messages of health that matter. And I've activated connections with people who share my values. And I've been able to embed workplace well-being as a really key asset for many organizations. This year has taught me so much about compassion and how compassionate leadership and compassionate management is so critical in the workplace. And I have also activated my lifestyle medicine practice this year, combining my love of coaching and consulting, helping people with habit change, reversing illness, building emotional fitness, and using cutting-edge genetic and epigenetic testing to map lifestyle changes with precision against personalized data. So powerful. And I also activated my first Advent calendar, 12 Days of Health. It's still available for you for free if you head over to my website, dralkapatel.com. But now over to you. What are your thoughts as you look back and look forward? Of course, 2020 has been a year like no other for the entire globe. I know we've faced hardship and loss, fear and uncertainty, and I am humbled by the humanity of humanity. And my heart is with all of you that have been through difficulties. But among the challenges, there are always many things worth saluting. Remember last week's podcast, be the optimist. It's the best choice you have. So what have you discovered and noticed? What are you planning to activate? I would love you to share this with me. So just drop a comment on this channel, wherever you're listening from. Send me a message on any social media channel of your choice at Dr. Alka Patel UK, or just get in touch through my website, dralkapatel.com. I so want to hear from you.
And now, here is your Lifestyle First prescription. Your 3 activating actions to take you from knowing to doing.
I can't possibly end the year without 3 actions for you. So, number 1, discover. What did you discover about what makes you happy? Number 2, notice. What do you notice you are most proud of this year? And number 3, activate. What will you do differently next year to activate your lifestyle to strengthen and support the person you want to be? And that brings today's episode and this year's podcast to a close, which now leaves me, as always, to simply wish you a happy, healthy day. And of course, I wish you all the joys of Christmas, cherished times with your family, fun times with your friends. And I look forward to spending next year with you. See you all on the 2nd of January 2021.
Thanks for joining us on the Lifestyle First podcast, making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and we'd love it if you'd be kind enough to leave a review. To learn more or to arrange a consultation, please visit www.dralkapatel.com. See you next time.